Hi, I'm Arlon.
Hey, it's Sam.
Hi, it's Vit.
Hey, it's Notch.
Hey, it's Robyn.
Hey guys, it is, and I'm saying the quote today. And the quote is, so I will do it for her.
Oh,
And it's Penelope Clark.
Which is like,
iconic.
Yeah.
You know, that's probably that scene's immaculate.
Scene. I love the scene.
I love that scene.
Immaculate. We stand that scene, actually.
We probably have a lot to talk around that quote.
Yeah.
So that's like the perfect quote to bring into it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And I've noticed that I'm the only one that has the Penelope picture.
Right.
Slacking.
My bad.
I told Sam when she was eating
I'm representing.
I was
know,
over here munching. My bad.
munching Chase cheese.
I don't have a picture of Lulu. Hold on.
Lazy.
You said lazy?
You said lazy?
You
No
said
worries.
lazy tease. Oh, she got every cast member edition. Love to see it. Okay, so this episode is about Penelope. We told you guys to send in your own Penelope theories and questions and discussions, and today we're going to be answering them. There's a lot of questions, so
You
we're
guys
going to try.
exploded.
There's like 35 questions here, so we're gonna try to answer them in the best way possible. Some of them are kind of similar, but there's variety to the questions.
And there's obviously going to be like controversial opinions.
Yes, there's questions.
Not with us, but like maybe something that we say that you don't necessarily agree with.
Yeah. Once again, this is our opinions. If you have your own opinions, you can comment them down below. But this is what we're thinking, and even us, we have different opinions from amongst each other. So, the first question is, who did Penelope get her parents from? What part of the family?
Her powers.
Yeah,
her mom. I think her mom.
Her what?
What?
So where did she get her parents from?
Her parents from? Yeah, it's fine.
I feel like it's her mom.
Yeah, I do too.
You think? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
I like to think like she's from a family of witches. Like so, her dad's a warlock and her mom's a witch.
So kind of like if you're going like Harry Potter route, like a pure blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it could be both her parents.
Well, it has to be in the line, right? Because it's not like Harry Potter where you can't have magic if you don't have magic in your blood.
Yeah, I think your parents have to be, at least one of them does.
Yeah.
Because if you think about twins, like, only one of them was, like a witch, kind of. So.
Same with Hope, because Haley wasn't a witch, right? So,
yeah.
Although she does descend from witches because of the Hollow.
Yeah, could be. I don't know. I just thought both her parents maybe, but once again, who knows? It could be her. I honestly think her mom or both of their parents.
Okay, but if Haley descended from witches, wouldn't she have had magic powers, or does the wolf gene cancel out the witch gene?
Yeah, I thought it was vampire that cancels out the witch. Maybe the.
I know it's vampire. If you die, you lose your powers. But like,
yeah,
can you be a witch and a werewolf? I don't think you can.
I don't know. No, I feel like when it comes to like having a witch as like your second, it can be more challenging. Maybe that's the one that easily gets canceled out.
Like it's the recessive gene.
Yeah, it's kind of like you can have it, but it's going to be overpowered by werewolf or vampire. Okay. Our next question.
Extra unique.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Extra iconic. Hope. A little hope throwing. The next question is: how did Penelope and MG become friends? It had to been due to Josie. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had to been due to that. And she probably was like, "Why are you breaking it back for Lizzie?" And he's like, "She bae," and he's probably like, "Get over it." I just feel like they kept the constant bicker thing. where she helps him, but most likely
Well,
it's because of Josie.
because Josie and MG are supposed to be friends. I mean, they were in the first episode.
And then like it just
so
got
they probably
dropped.
like hung out the 3 of them together or whatever.
Yeah.
When they were dating.
I'm just
Well, what if it was like Penelope? Well, no, because I guess Penelope and Josie were together before MG got there, right? Maybe.
Maybe.
That might be
it was like Penelope and MG became friends first, and like MG kind of like pushed her towards Josie. I don't know.
I feel like maybe just like an instant bond because MG is so likable. So maybe he was there with them when they first started talking, and then maybe when Josie was crushing already, because when Josie and MG were together in the first episode, he was already like there for her when she was talking about her crush on Ralph. So maybe he was just there with her in the beginning where she had a crush on Penelope, and then it escalated from there.
We don't even know how long Penelope was at the school. Like,
yeah,
we know she was there a year before because Josie said last year there was this girl, and we know she was there around Christmas because she spelled all of those pens. But like before that, was she there during the originals when Hope was in New Orleans when her parents died, or like how long had Penelope been at the school?
I don't think so. I think she maybe right after everything that happened with Hope, she came in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she could have been here for a span over 2 years or 3, maybe 2 to 4, maybe depending on maybe 2, maybe a year later, maybe like a year and a half. I just don't know the time zone she came. So
tell her story. Tell her story.
Yeah, give us some information maybe. The only thing we got is a previous Christmas, and that's what we can infer.
Like, we have an idea of obviously why they broke up, but how they met and like how they fell in love. That would be so cool. Like it would just.
Yeah, I would like to see it. It just said that we're at this point we're just inferring for scraps. We don't know who flirted with who. Like nothing. Okay. Because
Penelope definitely flirted with Josie.
That's our future question. That's our future question. Do you think Penelope left Belgium for her mom's job? Do you think that she left? They said because I think she kind of in touch with Caroline to find a cure for the merge. I would think she went to Belgium with her mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Caroline's not even interacting with her own kids, so how would Penelope even find Caroline? I don't know. I don't think so.
It's kind of convenient that her mom found a job where there's another witch school.
Yeah.
Like wasn't
right?
In another country. Like wasn't the Salvatore schools like founded simply because there was nothing like that?
Yeah, right.
So then there's a school in Belgium that
like I don't know.
Solely for witches.
Is it just for witches or something?
Well, did they found it because they the Salvatore school was so successful? I mean, it was Penelope's mom a teacher. Is that why she was moving there? Like what? Why was she conveniently moving someplace where there just happened to be a witch school?
Yeah, and how long was this premeditated? Because she really how long did Penelope have this in mind that she knew she was leaving? Like we just got it at the end of season 1. Yeah, during that time.
She gave Josie the letter.
Yeah, I just wish that we got a chance to actually see how she interacted with her mom. Or did her mom call, or her mom just do it abruptly? Like I would like to see why now. She felt like that's the only option for her daughter was like, let's move to, a witch school in a different country. I just feel like, we could have got some more of that.
I definitely think that her mom gave her an option to stay at the Salvatore school or to go to Belgium with her or whatever. And of course, for reasons we'll discuss later, Penelope chose to go away. With her mom for certain reasons, but yeah.
Yeah. We need more, season 3, season 4. The next question is, how/why do you think she and Josie broke up or got together? Well, I guess it's 2 parts. How they got together first, and then how they broke up. Penelope made the move first.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. She made the move
without
first.
A doubt.
She probably was like, let's go on a date. Instant, let's go on a date. Or, because she's so up forth. Come on now. She's
not giving Josie a choice. You're going out with me.
She's like, you're the new boo. She's like, you the bae.
I can't imagine it. Just Penelope fall in love with Josie's soft side. I can't.
Like just some like
Like
Penelope
just
tried.
like little stairs across the room,
Yes.
and like
Like
you know the
101.
shy, yes, and the
You see
little
how
bits
shy
of
she was.
shyness.
Like
Yeah.
Penelope was making moves. Like she was staring at her, probably meeting eye contact, probably doing a little special, like little magic tricks in class. She was pulling the stunts on my good sis Josie. Well, we already established how they got together in basic. But you know we already know why they broke up. It was pretty much because of,
And we'll discuss that further, anyways.
yeah, we already know why they broke up. You know, y'all wanna explain more on that, or we just
Merged. Like
Yeah,
Penelope knew about it because of the pen,
and she knew that Josie would put her sister first.
Yeah.
So she didn't want to watch the love of her life, slowly
Basically kill herself.
give up like that. The next question is, okay, I feel like Penelope will come back just as Josie / Jade start their relationship, and we'll have a love triangle between them. But Josie will eventually pick Penelope, hopefully. Also, could Penelope and Caroline be working together on the merge because they are both in Europe? I mean, I feel like that question already touched.
No one compares to Penelope.
That would be so powerful. Can you imagine Penelope coming back?
If they were actually working together?
If they're smart enough, they'll do that.
Nah, they won't.
I mean,
they already let us down.
Josie would drop Jade so fast and just be like, Pen!
Would she though?
She would. She would
I
be.
don't think she would.
Because
she would be like Landon, where it would be like doing the right thing.
I don't know, because like I feel like she kind of got comfortable to the point where she kind of over that stage. Like Landon was kind of her rebound situation of getting back on her foot. And I guess now, since she put her power in her coin, she's going to kind of worry about herself more, hopefully. So maybe Jade is, I guess, the thing she needs right now. I'm hoping that she don't date anybody, but she needs to work on herself. But if she do date Jade, I feel like it's probably going to help her go into develop into her own. But with Penelope, I feel like if she gets into it, it's going to backtrack her a little bit.
The thing with Jade too is she could be really helpful to Josie, because Jade went through those like 10 years where she had her humanity turned off because of something that she did, because she killed someone. And Josie, now that she's not Dark Josie anymore, has to go through that guilt of knowing that even though Alyssa's back, she killed Alyssa, she terrorized her friends, she almost killed Hope, she tried to kill her sister. I mean, think about how that's going to affect her, and who better to help her with that than someone who's been through that. Like, I feel like Jade is going to be a huge help to her because she understands.
Yeah, especially at the time being. Like, Penelope wasn't there to witness Josie go through this dark stage in her life, so Penelope coming back and then Josie just saying, okay, let me just go back to Penelope, like, it wouldn't make sense. It needed to be, like, developed a little bit more before
Let's
it
talk
actually
about
rekindle.
how Josie's subconscious still talk about Penelope when she was in her dark side.
Yes.
Yeah. With the whole thing with like Penelope coming back, I always do imagine that it's gonna be angsty at first between.
Oh yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some angst.
That's what the relationship is. That's how we've seen it. We didn't see them together. We just saw them as exes who would kiss sometimes. You know what I mean? And it's like my thing. I always imagine Penelope coming back with a cure for the merge. That's always been like my thing. But now I'm not sure how they would bring her back. Honestly,
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it might just be like a Freya thing, or Freya pop in or something. I don't know. Like, I know they're not going to do the merge anytime soon because they're going to milk that, because they're going to find a way of making Lizzie a heretic or something like that. But I don't know any other way of her coming back unless it's like a final season endgame type thing. I don't know how she'll come back. It just depends. I don't know. Would they do Love Triangle?
I would like.
Yeah, it's like
they would.
It's a TV
but I mean,
universe.
But I mean, Vit is right, because in 216, when she was trying to, like, when Dark Josie was trying to take down regular Josie, she did say the kind of girl Penelope won't fight for. That goes to show you where Josie's heart is.
Yeah.
She said Penelope, and then she said Landon, because she thought that she had these feelings for Landon, which they were obviously misplaced because he was a rebound from Penelope. But the fact that she mentioned her
she still thinks about
in that most vulnerable moment, obviously it still affects her in a way. Yeah. I mean, what if Penelope hears this rumor about Lizzie being dead? And
Oh
so
my God.
she comes back because she wants to see how Josie is doing.
Oh my God. Would they do that though? That would have been a perfect time for her to come back and be like, Josie, are you okay? And then she sees them together and then she sees like her and Jade.
If she's in Europe, there's like a disconnect, right? So like they might not necessarily know that funeral was fake. Like it's not like they're going to be like, surprise, Lizzie's actually alive. Like she could just hear through the grapevine somehow that Lizzie had died and then didn't hear the rest of like the whole story.
Yeah. If that happens, I don't know. It might be a second that might happen. If it happens, oh, well, that's going to be, I don't know. I don't know. Because like, if she just
that reunion kiss could come in.
could come in, but really though, like maybe. And then
Although,
I don't know.
They did say main characters, so I mean.
You know what? I wanted to be them so badly, but.
Do you imagine like just the ratings on that episode if Penelope came back? Like
Skyrocket.
I hope she does come back. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to know what it need to be a strong ass way for her to come back. So it could be the situation with Lizzie, or it could be probably at the end with the merge. But like, if she comes back with Caroline,
I mean, they had them as exes, and the fact that they built them up the way that they did, like, it's just that. How can anyone else compare?
The story, like from the beginning of the show of exes to like ending up together in the end, that's a perfect story.
Yeah.
It would be stupid not to make it happen. And it's like...
Okay, you know what reminds me of that is Catherine in season 2 said to Stefan, you know, oh, people who hate each other and then end up falling in love sounds like the perfect love story to me. Like, not those exact words, but that's what she said to Stefan. Because Stefan was like, I hate you. And she's like, you know, that sounds like a perfect love story to me. So, and you know, just from my rewatch of The Vampire Diaries, they recycle a lot of lines and a lot of things. And here in Legacies, they have this one couple who is pure and just amazing right from the start. And then they have this other couple who started off as exes and enemies and then have them blossom throughout the season, kind of like a whole, like Catherine said, starts off as the hatred and, you know, and then blossoms throughout. So, like, it's kind of the reverse of The Vampire Diaries in a sense. It's in that.
It's what we deserve. So, the next question is Penelope coming back in season 3? We don't know. Hopefully, we're hoping she comes back in season 3. Hoping.
Wish.
Let's pray.
No, let's manifest.
Let's pray.
Let's put it into the universe.
Yeah, let's manifest.
It's in the universe. It's there.
It's there.
It's there. It's just waiting. You know, tilt the head.
It's just loading. You know?
Yeah.
It's loading.
It's quarantining right now.
It's quarantining. Marinating. Stop.
Posey quarantine 2020.
Oh my God.
Posey reunion 2055. At this point, you know. Okay. The next question is: do you think her and Lizzie will ever be friends?
No.
No. It's been established.
Yeah.
Penelope said she
I
would.
wouldn't even want them to be friends, honestly. I like them better as the way they are.
I feel like
frenemies?
banter.
Yeah.
I like the frenemies.
Frenemy banter.
I think that's what they're gonna be. Like, I don't think they'll be like enemies like they were before.
Yeah.
They'll be
Because
frenemies, kind of
like Penelope said that she will end Lizzie for her girl. Like I don't think anything can come back from that.
She said,
I said, oh, she said that to her.
Penelope would be really surprised though that Hope and Lizzie are friends.
Right, I thought she'd be like, what happened to, she'll say something like snarky, I just know it. I'm scared.
No, that's a different story. I would want them to be friends.
Oh,
okay. Just everyone should really just care about Josie.
Yeah, I just need her to I just need her to be friends with or besties with Landon. That Oh my God, it's what we deserve.
That 115,
a little taste. Was it 115? 114. You know. The next question is: since her only ship is Josie, who else would you like to see her with except Josie?
No one.
No one.
No
Yeah.
one. I haven't seen her interact with anybody for me to even come up with that conclusion. To be honest.
Yeah.
Like I know, like friendships that I would want.
Yeah, friendship wise, but relationship wise, I just don't know.
But relationship wise,
maybe
Josie's it for her. It's her, Josie.
It's honestly like I can't.
Josie, or just don't have her on the show. Like honestly, I mean, have her on the show, but like don't put her with anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, if so, you're gonna have to do some persuading because the flavor they already got is. I can't see anybody with her. I guess we had to choose. Maybe Maya, because they kind of got the same like behavior, I guess. But no, I don't. Even that, I don't see it. So
no, because
that's a no.
Penelope is too strong-willed, and she needs someone like Josie to kind of like soften her up,
balance her out.
Yeah, balance her out. Yeah. I mean, that's why. Okay, if you think about it, Penelope and Hope are a lot alike, and Josie and Landon are a lot alike. So you have one really strong-willed person and the one really soft person, and they balance each other.
Yeah, because if they're the same, they're going to bump heads. So
yeah,
like Gail and Katniss, Anyways, not even let's not get into that. But yeah, Josie, I feel like nobody can get with Penelope. It makes sense. That's funny, Arlon. Anyways, the next question is long hair or short hair for Penelope? Short.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even get a chance to embrace the long hair. It was gone in like 5 minutes.
Yeah. So, Josie burnt it off.
Yeah, like the short hair, the short hair hit different because the taste is immaculate.
I've seen Lulu with long hair, so I don't know. Like, I know it's not Penelope, but I've seen her with long hair. I like Lulu with long hair, but Penelope with short hair.
Penelope with short hair. That hit different.
Okay, but like Josie burned her hair off, and Ken was just like, "Make sure you can't rock a lob." Like it's just there was no
she was like anyway.
She knew what she did.
She was like,
she's like, anyways,
she was just like, I still look hot. Like just
She said, "Thank you
she
for
wasn't even mad.
Like, she was laughing.
She wasn't mad. She wasn't like anything. She was just like, if you're gonna do that,
give me a, thanks for the new do. Free hairstyle tease.
Pay for this one.
Yeah.
She said, make sure it actually worked. I said, golly. The next question is, who do you think your return, or what do you think her return will be like? Well, we kind of already answered that. Yeah. Iconic. Edges will leave the chat. So.
I think it's gonna be a big surprise. We're not going to be expecting it at all.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be like so hush hush and yeah.
Oh, listen.
She's gonna walk in and everyone's mouths are just gonna drop on the floor.
Hear her say
like they can't keep a secret though, so it's gonna come out like a week before on TV Line or something like that.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Imagine a mid-season finale.
I feel like their little summary is gonna be like somebody's gonna come back, and I'm like, we already.
I've always said mid-season finale or season finale.
But the thing is like the fans know where these things get like filmed and stuff like that, and so they're always somewhere around, kind of. But the fact that nothing has been leaked about 217, and there were no sets of no pictures of Danielle and stuff for 217, kind of makes me think that they can keep a secret, like they can somehow.
Yeah, no, they can't keep a secret.
somebody gonna look on set and be like,
"What's going on in 217?"
Somebody gonna be like,
"You know what's going on in 217?"
No, but I'm just saying they can't keep a secret. It'll come out eventually.
Right, the tea will be out, but honestly, they're keeping the tea hot and closed because we don't got no taste of episode 17.
We have no content of anything.
We have nothing. Like this is the most secrets they've been keeping. Like I'm gonna need y'all to spill some guts, please, for the nation.
You would think that the show is over and not just on hiatus.
Yeah, it's nothing. We got like vague summaries and that's it. So
all we got is words
and italicized letters. So
and bold letters
and dates, confirmations, and months. So that's nice. The next question is, stop, y'all. The next question is, if Penelope came back, do y'all think it'll be related to the merge or something else?
Nah,
something else.
Something else, maybe. Hopefully it's not the merge because they're going to milk the merge. and I
They
don't have time for
forgot
that.
about the merch already. They want to say, I don't know.
Honestly, it's no merch. It's honestly no merch. It's no merch. It's going to be a cheat out. It's going to be a cheat out. They're going to be like, psych.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
We already counted. The next question is: do you think she has one distaste for Lyric for keeping the merch a secret from Josie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like Lyric either. So Penelope and we can definitely talk about it. It's fine because like
It's not fine.
It's not because Lyric
I know
would set
Penelope
her.
is a Laruki auntie.
She probably throw shade at him every time she get a chance because Alaric is sitting here like he's a perfect dad, not telling his kids that like in a few years they're gonna have to fight to the death. It's ridiculous.
She wasn't a fan of Hope either.
Yes.
But I mean, she at least saw how he treated Hope compared to how he treated the twins.
Yeah.
Alaric said, "I'm gonna be a dad to Hope, but still leave her to die." Like he just don't got no dad rights. He just needs to stop.
Nope. Let's not redo this right again.
Yeah, okay. All right, Arlon. I'm going to the next question then. No Lyric slander.
Mark is trash.
Number one, Lyric anti. Stop. The next question is favorite Posey scene.
Go ahead, Iz.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like I feel like this is a very underrated scene. It's when they're in the bedroom before the party, and Penelope's like talking to her. Actually, I think it's your picture. No, is it not your picture, Robyn? Is that from the? Never mind. It's basically where she was like telling her like it's okay to put yourself first, and like why aren't you ready for the dance? But Lizzie's ready already over there. The dance starts in 5 minutes. That's probably my favorite Penelope and Josie scene.
When are you gonna take care of you?
Yeah.
I think my
first kiss.
Yeah, I think my favorite was like their first kiss.
Yeah, that scene is just.
I'm watching it right now. That shit hit different. Posey kiss tease is what we deserve. Excellence.
Mine is the walk down scene in the ball, like before their dance.
Oh my god, yeah. They were so happy.
Yeah,
I like when they were practicing dancing. And they're like, it's the near touch, and then Penelope made that face at Josie.
And we got that blooper.
Yeah, that scene.
Well, Sam, anybody else with the special favorite scene?
It's the same one when they're practicing.
Yeah, I feel like it was like kind of the same thing, but that kiss was top tier. Okay, so we kind of already answered this question, but what season do you think she'll come back? We're hoping season 3, but
3B,
whatever.
They get a 4.
3 or 4. It better be between those if we even can get a season 4 or 5. So one of those. The next question is favorite hand cannon bro TP with Penelope. Landon.
It's tricky. That's not even fair. Like,
listen, they had a moment. I'm going to put that shit in the books because
her
and
MG were cute together too.
Yeah, her and MG were iconic, but I really want her and Landon as like a bro TP. So
their scene is one of the best scenes of season 1, honestly.
Yeah,
I really like it.
I just MG or Landon, either or.
I love MG and Penelope's friendship, so I'm gonna have to go with MG and Penelope.
Yeah, they might be number 1, but because it's hand cannon.
I do like the idea of Hope and not Hope and Penelope.
Landon and Penelope. Yeah, since they're not really hand cannon, I would say Penelope and MG for hand cannon bro TP right now. Okay, well, the next question is not really like a Penelope thing, but it's like it says, have any of your friends that work as extras on Legacies indicated a reason to why Penelope was abruptly written off? No.
No.
We never really got a chance to get to asking those questions.
Well,
we try to keep it separate.
First off, with the guests, we try to be respectful of their jobs.
Yeah.
And we don't ask them anything
inside
that they can't, inside knowledge or anything like that. Exactly. Yeah. And that's the last thing we want to do. We want them to stay on the show. We want them to
come back on the
talk
podcast.
To us. To come back on the podcast. And if
we don't want to make them uncomfortable
for answers and stuff like that, we're never going to get them back. We're never going to talk to them. So
we keep the show separate from the questions that we ask them.
And the thing is if we know then it ruins things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I mean, I like knowing things, but I also like being surprised too. So
Julie even said that Julie and Brett both said that they wrote Penelope to be a likable character. Like, they expected her to be one of the most liked characters on the show. So them doing what they did, for me personally, it's like a good kind of idea because it keeps the people waiting and wanting her to come back.
Well, I mean, if they wanted her totally erased, they never would have mentioned her in the 2 or 3 episodes throughout season 2.
Yeah, I don't think it's completely written off. But honestly, it's like, even Lulu was like, I love the Legacy crew cast, and she wants to come back. Like, she even said it in a tweet. She's like, I want to come back. So it's not. I don't think it's the end.
Yeah, I don't think it's the end. I mean, once again, they ended up finessing Kai and Freya, and possibly Rebecca and them down the line, so they can finesse the episode or two.
And
honestly, it wouldn't surprise me though.
Yeah,
there's a reason why she left, and I mean, we will talk about that because we do have a discussion at the end of this, the questions. But there's a reason why she left, and I think that until that outcome happens, she won't come back. And it's happening. Like, we've seen it happen throughout season 2, but it's going to happen more in season 3 too.
Yeah. Okay. The next question is: do you think Penelope is useless? No.
No.
Why would anyone?
Nobody on the show is useless. Honestly.
Nobody on the show is useless.
Wouldn't have known about what the merge was.
Yeah, honestly, she helped with that. That's one of the big.
And then wouldn't have known about his mom. Well, sooner or later he would have, but just like that.
Yeah, it would have been
technically, Hope did tell him about his mom right before she asked him to be her boyfriend.
Yeah, I mean, she gave like a little like, your mom is super cool and stuff.
He just didn't believe her.
Yeah, he's like, I don't believe that. And yeah, but she spilled the beans about the mom. She's very much told him about the merge.
And she made Josie open herself up.
Yeah.
Josie was so what's the right word? Codependent on Lizzie, and then you kind of see her branch out throughout the last couple episodes of season 1.
Yeah, you start to see her try to
because Penelope left. We'll discuss that later, but Penelope opened up Josie more than anyone on this entire show has, and people need to see that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, hopefully,
we're gonna pin that. We're putting a pin in that right now because we're gonna come back to that.
Yeah, let's snip it in the bud, tease. So the next question is: did we ever find out what she did to Josie and why they broke up?
I don't think she did anything to Josie. I think Penelope broke up with Josie because of her codependency to Lizzie.
Yeah.
Because she even said to Lizzie that Josie never has time for anyone else. She doesn't have time for a relationship. She doesn't have time for love because she's always trailing after Lizzie, trying to clean up all of her messes, in Penelope's terms. So I think that Penelope just felt like chasing after her was pointless because Josie was never going to turn around and see her. Yeah. Because she was always chasing after Lizzie.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's pretty much sums it up. A little cute summary. The next question summary. Cute summary. Took the words out of our mouths. The next question is: what do you think is her family history? Any thoughts on her background?
No idea.
I don't know. Yeah, no idea. No words. No words.
Rich because she looks rich.
I don't remember much about how the whole curse on the Gemini twins came about. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I always imagined for some reason Penelope was a part of that coven that put the curse on the twins, and that's why
Wasn't it the Travelers?
Yeah, I'm not sure what.
I
But that
think
was always my envision from the beginning, but now it doesn't really make sense. So I don't know. It's just, but
I don't know. I feel like her family is kind of like a witch family that has money. Maybe I don't know, because she seems it seems like she has she's sophisticated and she has manners. Yeah, she's giving me rich girl vibes. They know how to they got the fancy clothes. that's able to like learn. Like they probably get the advanced classes to learn magic, and maybe be in more an advanced class. I don't know. Just give me rich modern teas. Maybe like I don't know. That's one thing I could think of logically, but I can't like get into background wise. I don't. Maybe if you give us some more Penelope, taste, we can infer. But that's one thing I can come up with at this moment. The next question is, who do you think made the first move for Posey? Yeah, we already established Penelope. She probably asked Josie out automatically. So
you have no choice. You're going out with me.
I feel like Penelope was trying to make moves on Josie, and Josie just kept pushing it off until one day she was like, okay, let's date. And, gave in probably to a date. And then that's when the magic happened. Okay, the next question is, I know my dog isn't barking right now. Okay, the next question is, do you think in episode 2 of season 1, when Josie told Penelope to go away evil one, and she answered already gone, she meant it as a metaphor, or she knew that at that time she was going to leave?
Oh, metaphor.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think she knew that at the time she was leaving yet.
A lot of things she said was like a lot of her responses and stuff were metaphors. Like that's just how she spoke,
Yeah. So I don't think she meant it as in like, oh yeah, I already know I'm about to leave. I don't know. I don't think she would have meant it that way, but I just think she just said it as a metaphor too. The next question is, would you like Penelope to come back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I would love to see it. Yeah, I would love to see it. I want her to come back as soon as possible, but I feel like they're going to probably just wait a little bit and probably do the Josie and Jay storyline first.
Yeah.
And then might pop Penelope in. Because I feel like they're going to try to do a love triangle, and I really don't have time for that. But we'll see. We'll see.
I don't care. They could do that love triangle, just not the other one.
It'd be good. It'll be a good love triangle. Honestly, yes, agreed.
Yeah.
Not the other one. Okay. Drone tease. Let me
Drone.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
Drone tease.
Yeah,
Moving
drone
on.
tease. Anyways, what do you think would have happened if Josie gave Penelope a reason to stay? We could have had her
You'd be
engaged.
happy. Yeah.
We would have got jammed in.
There would have been no Dark Josie.
It would have been completely different.
There would have been no
Yeah.
Jandon.
It would have been no Dark Josie.
Wait, Jandon was fire.
Shut up.
Come on.
I just love how everybody just goes silent. When I say
Filter
something.
head.
Cozy than Jandon. That's all I'm gonna say.
Say Jandon again, I'm kicking you in the foot, Arlon. Okay? I'm tired of this disrespect in our chat, in our face. Every Zoom you're doing is
Those
BS.
moments are great though when you guys go
In the
silent.
chat, in the Zoom.
Great.
Arlon's gonna do a one-man podcast all about Jandon.
Right.
Oh yeah,
right.
for
Yeah.
sure.
On
Yeah.
Jandon, and I want him to give
Yeah, I'm with
immaculate
that.
details.
That would be lit.
I'm not gonna listen to it, but
I'm not.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
either.
Fake.
I'm
They're
gonna
fake.
go
Fake
and
friends
thumbs
is crazy.
I'm gonna go thumbs that shit down for instance.
Great.
yeah,
Keep it in the drafts.
In the drafts. In the draft box tease. Okay. The next question is, what are your opinions about most antis comparing Penelope leaving and Hope staying situation?
Okay.
Bit, go ahead.
Oh,
First, Penelope seeing Josie went through all of that hurted her because she loved Josie. So it was hurting her too. Like her mental illness wasn't in a good place to stay. And like Hope didn't stay. Like Hope is literally bonded to that school. I don't think she's
Right.
out of
because she's
that.
not leaving. Like,
She's not even. It's totally different because I don't know.
it's just different.
Two people are in love, two
Penelope-
people aren't.
Yeah, I
Penelope
just
only-
don't understand like they saying that Hope stayed. Like Hope lives there. She just doesn't stay
Where's
because
Hope gonna go? Where's Hope gonna go?
yeah,
But
where the hell
Hope-
she's
She has
gonna
no
go?
home.
Hope's
She gonna live with
focus
Freya?
isn't just Josie. It's
Yeah,
the
and
school. It's protecting everyone. Whereas Penelope, all she cared about was protecting Josie. That was it.
She didn't care about anybody, and that's literally like to go with this question.
Yeah, it just
The
doesn't
whole
make
Hope
sense.
Stain, the whole Hope Stain situation. Which one are they talking about? Are they talking about like in
I
episode
guess the one when
Before,
when Landon left.
Yeah.
episode 7, right?
What the hell is she
Yeah.
gonna do?
She wasn't staying because of Josie. She was staying because she wants to go back to the school.
And she knew her husband was
Because
going to come
that's
back
her
eventually.
home.
Penelope
Because that was her
left
home.
because she loves Josie and she wants Josie to succeed.
Yeah.
She felt like if
And
she left,
stay wasn't
she
a
would see herself and become less codependent on Lizzie. Especially now that she knows about the merge. She
Yeah.
felt like, for some reason Penelope felt like she was holding Josie back, so she left. And that's
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's different
Yeah.
situations. I don't understand how Penelope leaving for Josie's benefit is somehow correlating to Landon leaving and leaving two girls heartbroken correlate. Because where's Hope going to go? Hope's going to say, Landon's leaving, I'm leaving, peace. Like, where's Hope going to go? Like, I don't
The
understand how
school's
those
been her
two
home
situations
since
correlate.
she was 7 years old.
Yeah, I don't
She
understand
grew up
how.
there.
I don't understand how they correlate. So
I mean, in the
honestly,
first episode, she said, "This is a home. I've been here
Yeah,
since I was 7."
exactly, she totally knows her home. So for her to just like leave for what reason? Like, what was her leaving going to do? Like, what's
She asked Josie's opinion because Hope didn't want to have that because her and Josie were becoming friends, and because her and Lizzie were friends, and she didn't want to have to pit Lizzie and Josie against each other, first of all, because if Josie was hating on Hope, but Lizzie was friends with Hope, it ultimately would affect the twins' relationship. So by Hope going to Josie and mending that fence, it helps Lizzie as well.
It also was a whole thing with because of what happened and how Josie found out about her relationship with Landon, Hope's relationship with Landon. She wanted to make sure it was okay that she would come back because that's the kind of person that Hope is. She'll put her own feelings before others. No, that's not the right saying. She puts feelings
others
after other people, and she makes sure everybody else is okay before being like, oh, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Hope never thinks about herself. She always thinks about other people.
And like that day, like Simulander spent the whole day telling everyone that he loved Hope. So Hope,
and that's where it comes to Penelope, where it's like Penelope's the same. It's like she'll not necessarily put her feelings before everybody, after everybody else's, but she'll put her feelings after Josie.
I mean, Hope knew Josie
was okay.
Hope knew Josie was upset about the whole Simulander thing.
Yeah.
And she understood that it was Josie's idea that helped them in this situation.
Yeah.
And she wasn't just going to be like, whatever, Hope had to go. She wanted to go mend the fence. She wanted to make sure that Josie was okay because that's just who Hope is. It has no meaning behind it. There's no. It's
totally different. Like there's
it is.
no similarities.
Yeah, there's no similarities and no scenes at all.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand
Penelope knew about the merge. She was daily watching Josie putting herself second, choosing let Lizzie win everything, and hurting herself.
And letting her happiness pretty much be put on hold because of Lizzie.
The person you love doing that.
I mean,
especially knowing that this behavior will cause her that. So
yeah, I mean, so Penelope knew about the merge, and she did everything she could to make sure Josie could possibly survive it. Hope found out about the merge, and she went to a Lark to have him talk to the twins.
Yeah.
Hope didn't think about Josie. She thought about Josie and Lizzie. She thought about the two of them together.
Like she sees both of them as somebody important. So I don't honestly see how her seeing both of them as important compared to Penelope only seeing Josie as important is somewhat the same thing. So,
and the thing is,
and plus I don't even know which Hope staying scene they're talking about or correlating with. I don't know which one they're thinking about.
It has to be 207.
That's one thing I'm logically. Yeah, and that's why I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to compare it. But that's the one that's always being compared. So am I surprised? No.
And
Penelope was in pain of watching Josie putting herself second all the time.
Yeah, like Penelope did not want to see the love of her life slowly drift away into accepting that she would die for Lizzie. Like she did not want to see.
And think about it. When Penelope left, where did Josie stay?
In her room.
Her room. Her clothes. She was wearing her, beret, all of that stuff.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh my God!
Where did Hope stay? when she came back to the school.
Y'all sick.
Linda's room.
Landon's room.
Period.
I'm done. I'm done with y'all.
The taste in this podcast right now.
Listen,
The
mic drop.
You know,
immaculate
opposing handle
taste.
in the game.
Posing handle in game, so
okay,
maybe excellence and highest key.
I have I was just thinking of this back to that Alaric question about Penelope and Alaric. If you look in or if you watch 110, when Hope didn't exist, Alaric, his right hand person was Penelope.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was it?
Was
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
So like obviously him and Penelope had a way better relationship in that sense, but he probably leaned on Penelope more because Hope didn't exist, right? So like Penelope would have been the next closest like powerful person to, and because she was in love with Josie, it just made sense for her to kind of have this working relationship with Alaric, right? And I mean, even if you look at Penelope in that episode, she knew about the merge, and what did she have tattooed on her neck?
Yeah, she had a tattoo.
Tattoo to make people see.
She could talk about.
Oh my God!
You know, tweet that out. I remember that. She tweeted
Yeah.
out and she was like, and I was like,
Can you
Yeah,
talk
because
about
that
like
was a
Penelope
way-
just going to war because she hasn't anything to lose since Josie was dead?
Yeah, but she didn't want to lose Josie, so she had that tattoo, that magic tattoo on her neck, so she could stay with Josie between the two worlds, or like talk to her between the two worlds.
even in the afterlife,
And that same tattoo was on her spell book, the burn book.
No words.
so mad at me shit. Right? Excuse me. I mean, calm
So
down.
in all across the universes,
There's always gonna be
they
links.
were
Okay.
together. They were linked.
Let me
Nah, my
just not-
posy feeling is coming
Yo,
back.
I'm about to manifest. Please, come on, y'all.
I'm about to
We
cry.
manifest. Okay, but honestly though, like I don't know how. I wonder how much it took for Alaric and Penelope to even develop some type
You
of
can see
like
those scenes
friendship.
though. Those scenes are probably fire.
You
All right,
The
fire
scenes
like they were
between Penelope
good.
and Alaric.
Did
Oh
you
my
watch
god, like
did you
they're
watch
good.
the
Like it would have
episode?
been good scenes.
No, the
Oh.
Penelope and Alaric, like that, those scenes, the ones that we didn't get.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
okay,
the
I'm
little
like-
bit that they did work, because when he was like Penelope and she, helped him with Lizzie, and then she helped him do the spells when Triad were fighting them and stuff.
Yeah, it was iconic. I definitely need to see like because Alaric is trash. So I want to see what he did to make her just accept him, even though he kept it a secret.
So Penelope obviously had a bigger part in that world than anyone wants to admit. So Penelope definitely has a bigger part in Legacies than people want to admit.
I'm hoping, she come back and give us the light and stuff. Give us some taste. Because once again, obviously we thank her for the merge situation because no one would have known. And I would be angry going into season 2 and nobody knows what the merge is. It would kind of listen.
Yeah, because Hope never would have talked to Freya, and then she wouldn't have gone to Alaric, and then Alaric would have just kept that secret and no one would have known. So Penelope cared enough
to let her know,
to let her know. I mean, she spied in the first place, but I think that her spying had more to do with the fact that she wanted to she didn't know how to get to Josie or how to talk to Josie. So I think the spelled pens were more of a
efficient way
kind
for
of
her to
an
get there.
insight into kind of see how Josie was feeling and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like Penelope had said, everything I do for a reason, or like I
do it with
everything
purpose.
I do it with purpose. Yeah.
Oh, Sam came in with a quote. Oh, tease.
I was just watching it earlier. So that's why.
Oh, okay. I was like, she really off the top. She gave us a quote tease, full knowledge. Okay. So so the next question is, what are some things we don't know / haven't seen about Penelope that would you like to see on the show? I would like to backstory. Who's
her
the actual
powers?
Her powers, or like we only saw like what I want to see
she
more.
Did the pen.
Yeah, it's like I want to see more, and that's spot. That's like that smoke bomb thing in the first episode. That's kind of thing what we got,
and
like wasn't
and
wasn't that letter thing there too?
The barrier spell.
Yeah,
she did
like
stuff in the alternative universe too.
Yeah, she did more spells.
Oh yeah, she did. Yeah, she did more. I want to see more about her powers, her background story with her parents, her family. How did she come to Salvatore School? How did she meet the Saltzman twins? Like, I want to see all that because honestly, we haven't seen shit. We just know that she's somebody that loves Josie and would do anything for her, even put her first.
Yeah.
So I would like to see everything at this point. Spill the tea. Because to be honest, if you're not how are you not going to give us a Penelope background story, but give like people who died in like 2 minutes more background story than Penelope?
She was already such a compelling character without.
Yeah, like we already was standing, and then you like took her away. So that's sad. And then the next question is, what do you think Penelope is up to in Belgium? Listen, I don't know.
Eating waffles.
She's vibing.
Yeah, she's vibing. Yeah. You said vibing teas.
Oh.
Running the school.
She's
she's probably being the baddest bee.
Yeah,
chilling.
Enjoy the Lizzie's life.
She's probably thinking about Josie still. Hopefully, probably smiling because she wrote because she wrote in that damn journal. She's still writing to Josie. Like,
he's stalking Josie's Instagram.
Eating some Belgian waffles.
No, they don't have phones.
Oh my god, this is
so golly.
Belgian
waffles.
waffles.
God.
2030, like only like
waffle teas. She's probably eating the best breakfast right now. She's probably eating the best breakfast. Living good. Waking up in the morning to some orange juice. Some stuff.
Yeah.
You know what? The thing is if she went to an all-witch school in Europe, and Caroline's in Europe, I'm not saying she's with Caroline, but if a lot of like powerful witches are in Europe, maybe she went to the school in order to research for the merge, because there's more powerful witches there, and deeper bloodlines.
Do you think legacy writers would actually touch that bag?
Yeah, they don't have their read.
They don't have that because they already fumbled some good ideas. If they did do that, then
they got
iconic. But I honestly don't think they're going to. I don't honestly just think they just let her leave. Because
they can hire me and I'll go write that.
Yeah, please hire us. Listen, we got you. We got director teeth. We got writer teeth. We got sound teeth. We can contribute. Like
Sam's
just
in a class all her own.
she's gonna be
about Penelope like after she left. So it's on my Instagram, but I wrote a whole ass story about how
I do have a Posey story, but I have not written in it in so long.
I need to invest because these writers are kind of depressing me a little bit.
I wrote that instead of Pope being put in the Malibor, it was Penelope.
I have a song for this theory about Penelope going to Belgium just to research. Look.
You gonna sing it for us?
Oh! She said she's gonna sing it for us? Oh my god. Not the sing.
Karaoke type teams.
Right, she said karaoke.
We're waiting.
Wait, I'm looking.
Oh god.
I'm trying to get copyrighted.
Yeah, copyrighted. What's the circus theme song?
Just drop it in the chat.
Yeah, it was the circus theme song anyway.
Right, we thought we was gonna get a little tease.
I know.
I mean, she can sing it. She can sing it without the song. Like,
yeah, you want to sing? You want to sing? Like, come on, like, you want to sing for you now? Let me like.
I'm just saying, we won't get copyrighted then.
Yeah, that joke gonna be like, damn, see, record.
Arlon, you better edit a circus theme song.
You better, lightly.
Put clown faces on all of us.
Yeah, because we all like, honestly, because we all were like, and
you're out here waiting.
Right, I got my full attention came, and
now you're waiting, just nothing come out of it.
No, she said she said research tease, and then everybody was like, okay, waiting, about to dial, literally, like, Okay, I was going to say something, but I don't want to take it out of Arlon's editing, so I'm gonna wait till after. The next question is, what do you think Penelope's family situation is?
You answer that over there.
Oh, when we read that. What do you think Penelope's family situation is?
Oh.
I think we already answered that though.
Yeah,
I think maybe are they meaning more like Does she have like a mom
parents are
and
divorced or
dad,
something
or
like
is
that?
Yeah,
she
I guess
mom,
I guess it's like that, or like how her living situation is.
I feel like she just lives with her mom or something like that.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
maybe she living with both parents. But I feel like maybe her mom, maybe she's more closer with her mom.
Yeah, maybe.
But like the
Because-
next question where it says, "Do you think she has siblings?" There was no
Yeah.
other siblings at the school that we
Yeah.
know of. So
There
I
was no
don't
other
think
mention, so I think she's probably like a single, the only sibling, only kid. So that means that she probably got spoiled more and more attention. So her parents, most likely, that's why her parents probably want the best for her, which is why they probably put her to the only witch school in Belgium.
But
Maybe
like
think that's
even
gonna
when
make her
she
better.
said, even when she said that she was moving, she only mentioned her mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe I feel like her mom's probably like the only one right now. Could that contribute to the next question of, are her parents divorced or still together? Probably divorced, or probably just maybe one of them died, or maybe they're just separated
Maybe
right now.
she never had a father to begin with.
Yeah. I feel like since she's mentioned her mom more than a dad, it's probably that she's probably just living with her mom right now. So that's that. The next question is, who do you think or why do you think Penelope never told Josie about the merge when she found out about it?
How do you break something? How do you tell the person that you're in love with that they're gonna die? Possibly.
Yeah, if she don't put
22?
herself first, if she don't act
And-
selfish
and
and
if-
about herself.
Penelope didn't want
And
to believe it herself first. She wanted to do research on it first, and
Yeah. Which is,
She,
and the other thing is like, having to tell her either she's gonna die or her twin sister's gonna die.
Yeah, that's not gonna make anything well. And then especially with her telling her about the merge, that's also going to contribute to the fact that one, she or her sister might die, and then also her dad lied to her for years, and her mom.
Like think about like, how do you find out, like you find this like these two words together about the love of your life, it's like the merge, and you have no idea what it is, and then you do research and you find out what it is. Like, what do you think she was feeling in that moment too?
Yeah,
like,
I can only imagine.
Telling Josie, obviously it's about telling Josie, but how do you think like she felt finding out that, it's either the love of her life dies or the love of her life's sister dies? Because it's not be like a whole thing with like Penelope liking Lizzie, but she knows that it would kill Josie if Lizzie were to die,
Yeah,
but
and I
that
feel
could
like
be. Do you think maybe that's why she was kind of pushing Lizzie towards MG or MG towards Lizzie, so that
Could be.
Josie had more time to herself and take care of herself because Lizzie would have someone else?
Yeah, I feel like she did that for MG, but also to maybe have Josie unintentionally start to stop her codependency. But once again, it could go both ways. But I feel like when it comes to Penelope keeping it a secret, is the fact that a betrayal would have been betrayal, and you already saw how Josie acted a little bit when she started to become secretive to Lizzie. It would have definitely caused a huge separation between the sisters.
It's the same reason why Hope didn't tell Landon about his mom. She didn't want to hurt him. Penelope didn't want to hurt Josie. She was in love with her. I mean, like, I know that if I was in love with someone, I wouldn't want to tell them news like that.
Yeah, especially like the fact that they're dying. Yeah, like you're going to die if you don't put yourself first. And then like, oh yeah, your mom and dad this whole time, they've been looking a way to figure it out and haven't told you guys about it. Which is why when Josie found out, she started to she started to separate from Lizzie, and that kind of created a point of like, what can they possibly do? So, but I feel like when Penelope told Josie, that's probably the strongest thing she had. Like that's probably the strongest thing she.
I mean, that's why Penelope, what's the word I'm thinking of? Supported or like promoted Josie for the Witch Council. Because it got her away from Lizzie. It made her more independent. It made her have a voice.
Yeah, and I'm mad that they kind of like didn't really go into a season 2. Like they made it such a big thing in season 1, and in season 2, it wasn't really mentioned again. And I feel like that was the best part of Josie winning was that she was actually going to be she was going to have her own influence, and she's going to be able to vocalize what she wanted.
Penelope could have easily won that position.
Yeah,
but she wanted Josie to have it.
Yeah, and now we don't even really see it. And I feel like with season 2, Josie is kind of less codependent, but I just don't know. Like I just don't. I just feel like with that situation of the council, that was like the best way to see how it would work, because like Lizzie still was like, oh, you should do this, you should do that, and with Josie having her own voice, that could have been a best part. But
I think
got
Josie
that.
refocused her codependency onto Landon at first.
Yeah.
Because Lizzie was away trying to build herself up and find herself and like help herself. And Josie kind of like floundered. She didn't know what to do.
She put her codependency on Landon because she only cared about Landon at a point, to the point that like she would set people on fire. But
Right.
also,
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, but also when it came to the Ralph situation, she wanted Landon to be happy and not feel sad, but she didn't help contribute to finding a cure for Ralph. So she was more dependent on, okay, Landon, well, let's move on with everything instead of let me also worry about Ralph as well.
I mean, that's the whole reason why Penelope, I mean, she wanted her to not be as codependent, and instead Josie just kind of took it from her codependency to Lizzie and moved it to Landon. And then when she no longer had Landon, that's when she started to kind of like flounder a little bit and kind of learn not to be as codependent because she didn't have Lizzie or Landon to kind of hang on to.
Yeah.
And really she did have growth throughout the season, and it was the last episode in 216 where I think that codependency really comes into play, which is where Penelope's name is mentioned. Because if, Dark Josie said, the kind of girl that Penelope doesn't want to fight for, and it kind of clicked in Josie's head, like, wait a second. Even though she said, hope is strong and blah, 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 it's still the fact that she mentioned Penelope means that is still very hurtful for her.
Yeah. Because you can go.
I was going to say she thought Penelope wasn't fighting for her, but that wasn't true.
Yeah, I feel like when the first half of 2A was mostly still her codependency on Landon and her kind of drifting off her codependency on Lizzie since Lizzie wasn't with her. But in 2B, you start to see her kind of separate from that codependency because now Lizzie has she's becoming more friends with Hope, and also she's becoming more friends with MG as well.
And she's with Sebastian.
Yeah, and Sebastian. So like Lizzie had other people to fall back on to the point that she didn't like she wasn't with Josie 24/7.
But Josie felt alone because
she
didn't have anyone.
And that's when she kind of resorted to the dark magic because of Clark, which, that I guess that did contribute to her contribute to her separating from the codependency because she kind of thought that feeling confident meant that it was dark. But I feel like now maybe the codependency will kind of like evaporate less now, but once we'll see because now Lizzie has more friends. I'm just hoping to see what will happen with Josie.
Well, yeah. I mean, this isn't a Josie episode, but I know we kind of strayed into it.
Yeah, we went to Josie, golly.
But I mean, like when you think Penelope, you also think Josie. So it's like for me, I mean, that's my Josie ship is Posey.
Yeah.
So when I do talk about Penelope, I'm going to bring up Josie, which, I mean, for all of us, right? It's the same as when we talk about Hope. We're going to bring up Landon. Like, it's just...
It just happens at this point. It is what it is. Like, you know what I mean. So the next question is, I know that we know next to nothing about their relationship when they're together, but any theories as to why she would keep the merge a secret? I mean, we already talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that.
So now we're on to theories. The first theory is, my theory is Penelope overheard a lyric talk on the phone to Caroline in her vague, anonymous whispers about the merge, and she needed to find out more. This is why she gave out the pins to everybody to appear less suspicious, but still get the scoop from a lyric.
I mean, that could make sense.
Yeah, it could.
We already knew she eavesdropped at the office because she heard when Caroline was coming to the birthday party.
Yeah, matter of fact, that makes more sense. That makes more sense, though. She probably, I feel like that probably was during the time that she became close to Josie or started dating her, or probably when they even broke up. And so maybe she was just walking by and heard, because once again, a lyric be calling Caroline. It ain't like they send letters. So he probably did hear about what happened with the merge.
My question is, why, did Alar just get a pen?
So everybody just accepted the same pen. It was like,
it was probably just like, oh, this is awesome, thanks, Penelope.
I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I'm definitely missing a pen from my office that has every fucking magical instrument in here.
let me just take a pen. I'm just like, I don't know how she finessed that in, but
I just think she wanted to tea on everybody.
yeah, maybe.
I
I
think
don't know.
it was.
I mean, maybe she wanted to cheat on everybody, but I feel like the biggest part of it was to get more information about Josie. Because I don't feel like her motive would just be like, let me just get the tea on this person.
Maybe she wanted to get tea on
Yeah, but then
Lizzie.
she told Landon when she told Landon.
Landon.
So it's like she had no reason to tell him that. So I think she just wanted to tea on everybody. So
Well, I feel like she probably read people's things regardless because she heard the scribbles in the book. But like, she saw Landon and was like, I feel like, okay, it's the first time seeing Landon. That means that she wasn't breaking her neck to find him. So she just saw him there and she was mad. So she was like, okay, well, fuck it. Well, this is what is in my. This was in I saw in the book. I feel like if she never saw Landon, she probably would have never told him. She probably would have been like, oh, well, Hope is out here keeping secrets. I don't think she would have broke her neck, but it's because she was mad at that moment. And Landon was right there, and they were drinking together.
And Landon
she
was
like,
mad too. So
yeah,
and Penelope wasn't a fan of Hope.
Yeah, so like
anything
that was even
to
more, that was even more to torch the flame. Because she didn't tell anybody tea.
She was protective for Josie. So anyone who
came in her way was like,
yeah,
So I feel like she was getting tea from everybody, but she was just like, I don't care. But when it came to when she saw Landon, she was like, actually, Hope didn't tell you about your mom, and let me get into it. I'm like, God, golly. She said, golly. I said when I first watched it, and Penelope told Landon that, I was like, cut the cameras, dead ass. She said that.
I'm shocked that Hope didn't seem like suspicious of Penelope giving her a Christmas present.
Yeah, right. Hope, you expect Hope to be like, okay. Hope was like, okay, like that pen. Like she don't have other pens. She's just like, okay.
How many pens did she give out? Like
thousands, maybe.
Thousands. Probably did a multiplication.
Where did she get all the pens? Yeah, the multiplication spell. Yeah.
Right. She probably was like, McRary, time rary, what's the pay spell? Let me just never do that again. I'm sorry. Oh wow. Okay. The next question is, Penelope. The next theory is Penelope took one of her own pens with her to Belgium, and at some point in the future will write a message for Josie to find it. Well, didn't we already get that? Didn't we already get that?
Okay, that is what my Posey story was. It's called A Gift Worth 1,000 Words, and it's that Penelope was writing to Josie in the book with the pen.
She said, give it to me.
It's not finished yet. It's on AO3. It's on AO3, but it's not finished yet. And you know what? I really should go back and finish it.
Do AO3 delete? I'm just out of topic, but do AO3 delete things that's not published?
I don't think so.
Because it says, yeah.
The story is published. It's got like 15 chapters. I just haven't gone in. I should. Sam, get on me about writing it.
I will.
She said 15 T's. Like, that was just like any number. Like, that's a lot. Come on now. A little
51 is a lot.
I need to write it. Yes, 50. I'm right. Yeah, because I just
that's on 300 pages. That's a darn movie.
A Gift Worth 1,000 Words is.
The whole movie.
That's a movie script right there. Come on now.
It better damn well be a movie. I want it to be a movie.
It better be, yeah.
It's what we deserve. Movie tease.
Did you find it is?
Oh, she looking, y'all. She looking.
What's she looking
at? The face of confusion, y'all.
The facial expression.
The facial expression tease.
It's my first fanfic story, so I don't know how good it is.
What's it called?
A Gift Worth 1,000 Words.
I got it.
Let's hope my iPad's not 1,000 words. I'm falling.
Mark that.
Is it 15 chapters? I'm pretty sure it's like 15 chapters so far.
Let me look it up as well for my personal
16.
eyes.
16. Oh, look, 16 chapters so far.
Oh, hold up.
December 27th.
Yeah, that was the last time I updated it.
She said long periodically time.
I'm sorry, Posies who want me to finish the story. I will, I promise. I will finish it.
You're like, yo, what the fuck? It's about to be a year. I'm like, I can't even talk shit. It took me like 3 years to finish my Everlark story on Wattpad. Yikes. Anyways, the last thing that we're going to be talking about is a discussion question. If Penelope truly loved Josie, she wouldn't have left when Josie begged her to stay.
All right, is
Josie didn't beg her. She just
Kind what I said in the chat earlier. Hold on.
Yeah, she didn't even beg her, did she? Really? No.
because Josie
she
also
did.
respect Penelope's choice.
Josie only said like one sentence.
Then
Like it
she
wasn't.
just started crying. I don't think she really said.
Yeah,
She
but like
asked
She
her
didn't
to
say
stay.
much.
She
and
asked
Josie
her to
knew.
stay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
like,
Josie
it's like,
knew.
yeah, she started to cry in her embrace, like her
Yeah.
hand embrace, and like I personally feel like Penelope was already ready to go. She already had her ticket booked.
Yeah, I don't think
Like,
anything she said was gonna stop
It
her.
wasn't
Honestly.
easy
Yeah.
for Penelope to leave. Like she
yeah,
didn't-
like
And Josie knew that.
like
It
it, like I
is-
feel like if Josie actually read the letter earlier, it could have been
it
Yeah.
could
could've
have
stopped
affected
her.
it, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So, for me, I don't take any shit when it comes to like people going off about like Penelope's love for Josie or how they interpret it, because the way that I see it is Penelope left to protect Josie to make her stronger. And I kind of compare that to how like Hope left to go to Malivore to protect the people at the school, but rather
And Landon.
rather it being just one person. Hope protected everybody, but Penelope only cares about Josie, and it
Yeah.
proves when she leaves to make Josie a stronger person. And Penelope comes off as this bitch, which is one of the things that I love about her. Like, she's just like this bitchy character, and I love bitchy characters. But when it comes to Josie, she's soft.
Yeah.
So soft, please.
She's so soft.
Soft.
Like,
If Penelope didn't love Josie, it would have been easy for her to leave.
Yeah. Like she kept telling Josie, read the letter. Like, that's what my feelings are. This is what's
the
going to
letter
happen
mattered
next.
to her. She could have
Penelope
just said,
always
"I'm moving
chooses
away."
she always chooses Josie no matter what the situation is. And while we didn't see it a lot, you could tell that, like, even when she was at the dance and she was up at the top of the balcony, she's like, she turned to the guy over there, is like, have you seen Josie? She's always thinking about Josie.
Yeah.
And how can you not see that she cares about her? Like,
She is in love with Josie.
She said, I love you to
it's the fact that
right before she left, and she knew that Josie wasn't going to say it back, but she didn't care, so she just
she didn't care. Yeah, it was the fact. Damn, I'm trying, you know. I know. I was saying that I was saying that it's the fact that like she wrote that letter and she wanted Josie to read it so Josie could make her stay. Like, she gave that letter to Josie as a way of saying, like, if you really care, let's talk about it. You know, let's see. Like, that could have been her reason to stay. And
she hates seeing Josie. Like, I guess she hates seeing Josie so upset or whatever. So she wrote that letter, thinking, you know, oh, let me give her this letter, and then if she does something.
Oh no, Sam.
Oh, Sam is the parents' tease.
People want to. They try to validate their ship by taking away Penelope's love. They try to discredit. Yeah, they try to discredit Penelope's feelings and what she did for Josie and everything because they want something different for Josie. They want to put their own lines on Josie. They want to put their own limits on Josie or whatever, rather than knowing or seeing that there's this woman who is in love with Josie, who is willing to put her first, to hurt herself in order for Josie to be okay, to move away and change her whole life because she is so in love with this person that she couldn't bear to see her hurt herself.
She literally said, my heart can't take it.
Yes.
Like, come on, what else can she say to make them believe that that she loves this girl? Like, it doesn't, like the whole speech that Penelope gave her when she was leaving, like that fireplace scene or whatever, she said, one day you will understand why I did everything I did, and it's because she loves her.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
It's like, and you can tell that was the first time they said, I love you. I have no doubt of, like, well, one of them said, I love you. I have no doubt in my mind that was the first time because Josie looked shocked.
Yeah. She
slowly,
slowly, like, chuckled, laughed, cried.
Josie always thinks that she's second choice, or that she's, I mean, even look at her jersey. Her jersey was number 2. I mean, that's so ingrained in her personality that she's number 2, that she's always second best. She even said that to Clark when he was Vardamus. You know, I'm always going to be, whatever the quote is, I'm always going to be second best, or something like that. It's not a whole quote, so I don't know it off by heart. But and then Penelope always put Josie first. Always. It was always about Josie. And she is the only one that ever did that.
She like going back to the quote that I said out at the beginning of this podcast, like, so I will do it for her. She was literally gonna do anything for Josie because Josie didn't do it herself. So Penelope's mind throughout her entire time at the Salvatore, or when her and Josie started dating, was Josie, why is Josie okay? Is Josie okay? Is Josie doing this? And you say she doesn't love her?
Yeah.
Like, and then like the whole speech in the bedroom before the dance, where she was like, you know, you're in this codependent rabbit hole and you're afraid to come out, or whatever she said right there. And she was trying to give Josie a chance to give her these reasons to stay. And when finally Josie realized, you know, she was leaving, she was like, Penelope, don't go. And you guys just see, like, they just see that point. It's like, wow, she was begging her, why can't she stay? Penelope had been asking from the beginning for Josie to give her reasons to stay, and Josie didn't. So Penelope was like, the only way that I'm going to be able to not only protect Josie, but protect my own heart, is to move away until she's able to be less codependent on her sister.
I mean, look, that whole episode 14 was all about Penelope wanting Josie to choose herself. You want to be Miss Mystic Falls. You want this. You know, like, choose yourself.
Mm-hmm.
She purposely made MG go away so that she could be Josie's partner in that. If you don't care, you wouldn't do all of that.
Literally, when they're on top of the when Josie's like, putting the lights up or whatever, or like when she's putting lights up and Penelope comes over, she's like, you want to go in my room or whatever and watch movies and everything. You see, like, Penelope gets so shocked when she hears Josie say that she's a contestant. And she, like, never really thought that Josie would do this. Well, for one, she read the stuff that was in the journal or whatever. But when she heard that Josie she knew that Josie wanted this, she put all of her feelings aside about this type of dance and became Josie's escort.
Okay, also, let's go to 111, okay?
Oh,
when they were infected by slugs, all right?
Mm-hmm.
It lowers your inhibitions.
Thank you.
It lowers your inhibitions. So who did Josie go to?
Penelope.
Penelope.
Did you know we had a scene between Penelope and Josie that was cut?
What?
Yes, we had a scene. I read the script. Somebody released the original script. We had a scene where Josie went to, you know, after she talked to Alaric and was like, did you, like, that whole thing at the end where it was like, what you want when you were, like, you know, lowered whatever.
Yeah.
We had a scene where
that she had with Landon.
We had a scene where Josie went to Penelope's room and asked if they could be friends, and they completely cut that out.
And then they gave that line to Landon.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
We also had a strong Landon cut it from this.
I mean, you don't really want that scene, though, if you're opposing
like,
him.
Hope was supposed to teach Landon's culture.
Yeah. At any rate,
let's close out.
Penelope needs to come back. She needs to come get her girl.
Yeah.
They need to be endgame. The fact that she's been gone a whole season and people still talk about her and love her, and she's still mentioned in the show, shows how much of an impact this character had.
Yeah.
Just so different without her. Like, she had some.
She hit different.
Yeah.
She has fire.
She hit different.
She hit different for us.
That buzz.
So, you know. Tried to hold that in. I tried. Okay, so we hope you guys enjoyed our Penelope episode. Episode 16. We're almost at 20.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for all the
We're
support.
thinking 20 might be the blooper app.
Yeah, blooper. We have episode ideas in mind. One of them might be a potential blooper. We might spice it up and talk about and do like legacy / Handon / the Vampire Diary games to kind of see like how much you remember from the show. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're already established that. But thank you guys for all the support on our podcast. We really didn't think we would get here without your guys' support. There's new merch with our animation bit emojis out. Link in the description. Oh, she's going to show the nation. That's merch. Also, our Instagrams will be in the descriptions of our thing. If you have any more episode ideas that you want us to do in the future, let us know on Twitter or Instagram. But we're gonna wait for Augustus to, give us a little taste.
Ow, mother trucker. Okay.
Mother trucker on a stick. Welcome to Target. Okay.
Oh man, look how good that looks.
Look at that. Handon Weekly with us. Laughing, ranting. Y'all see my face? I'm mad as shit.
Sam, Robyn, Bit, me, and Arlon's right there.
I know you guys didn't know who Arlon was, but there you go.
Arlon, since Arlon's always the quiet mouse.
Where is Arlon?
There you are. Tilt your head for us, please.
Okay.
Tilt the head, please.
Yeah,
Like he already doing it. He already tilted it a little bit. See, look, that's a tilt right there.
There you go.
Tilt the head. Tilt the head in the distance, child. Tilt the head. So, I hope you guys enjoy. Let us know your opinions. Make sure to like, comment, and or subscribe for more content. You don't even have our 3 channels. We all post other things besides the podcast if you're want some other taste. Anyways, we're out. Oh, we're out this beast.
Bye.
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 Bye.